Hai teman-teman semua, kembali lagi bersama saya Ninyoman Ita Triani. Di video saya kali ini, saya akan menjelaskan bagaimana cara menyelesaikan lab troubleshoot multi-area OSPF v3. Langsung saja kita baca mengenai skenario atau background di sini. A large organization has recently decided to implement a multi-area OSPF v3 network. As a result, the network is no longer functional correctly and communicate through much of the network has failed. As a network administration, you must troubleshoot the problem, fix the multi-area OSPF v3 implementation, and restore communicate throughout the network. To do this, you are given the addressing table above, showing all the router in the network including their interface IPv6 addressing. You are told that in Area 1, R2 is unable to form OSPF addresses. In Area 0 and Area 2, three router ABR2, R3 and R4 have not been able to form OSPF addresses. Lastly, ABR1 and R1 have not resolved default route information. Part 1. Use show command to troubleshoot OSPF v3 Area 1. In Part 1, using the particular symptoms of network failure report in the background or scenario, begin troubleshoot configuration setting at the router in Area 1. Step 1. Check the R2 configuration in Area 1. Bagian A. Because R2 is not forming an addresses with R1, console into R2 and check its interface IP address configuration and its multi-area OSPF v2 configuration. Use the show running config command to view the configuration. Is R2 OSPF v3 routing process and configuration present and correct? Has OSPF v3 been activated on the Gigabit 0/0 and lookup 1 interface and have they been set the correct area? Oke, langsung saja kita selesaikan bagian A dengan cara mencari pada R2, lalu CLI, kita ketikkan perintah enable, kemudian perintah show running config. Nah, kita bisa lihat pada bagian interface lookback 1 tidak ada masalah. Interface Gigabit Ethernet 0/0 tidak ada masalah. Kemudian Gigabit Ethernet 0/1 juga tidak ada masalah. Nah, selanjutnya kita baca bagian B. If R2 OSPF v3 configuration are correct, it is possible that OSPF v3 has not been configured on the R1 G0/0 interface. Console into R1 and issue a show running config command to check the Gigabit 0/0 interface for the IPv6 OSPF 10 Area 1 configuration. Is R1 OSPF v3 routing process configuration present and correct? Has OSPF v3 been activated on the Gigabit 0/0 interface and set to Area 1? Langsung kita masuk ke router 1 atau router 1. Kita ketikkan perintah enable, lalu show running config. Kembali kita lihat pada bagian interface loopback, kemudian Gigabit Ethernet sama. Oke. Benar ya. Selanjutnya pada bagian C, it is possible that the hello interval and that interval timer has been altered from their default values of 10 seconds and 40 seconds respectively. A timer mismatch can cause the router to not form addresses. If the dead interval timer is not 4 times the value of the hello interval time, that could also cause the router to not form ajaxes. Check the hello interval and dead interval timer values on R1 and R2. Oke, kita akan mengecek pada bagian router 1 dan router 2 apakah hello interval dan dead intervalnya itu sudah benar. Langsung kita masuk ke router 1. Kita ketikkan perintah ipvisik show ipvisik interface gigabit 0/0. Nah, di sini bisa kita lihat bahwa default sudah benar. Selanjutnya pada R2 kita lakukan hal yang sama, yaitu show ipvisik interface gigabit 0/0. Nah, di sini default itu kita ubah. Defaultnya kita ubah. Kita masuk ke bagian D. Correct the hello interval and dead interval timer configuration error on R2. Kita masukkan perintah ini untuk memperbaiki router 2 yang bermasalah mengenai default tadi. Kita masuk ke R2. Kemudian kita ketikkan perintah configure terminal, lalu interface gigabit 0/0, kemudian ipvisik ipvisik OSPF hello interval 10, lalu ipvisik OSPF dead interval 40. If the problem has been correct, a siglog message should appear in the R2 console showing an OSPF ajaxes chain for loading to full. State if the problem has been correct and if so, what is new address. Oke, kita lihat pada R2. Ini kita bisa lihat bahwa loading down NBR-nya 1.1.1.1. Selanjutnya, kita masuk ke step 2. Check the router configuration in area 2 starting with ABR2. A. Because it was reported the router ABR2, R3, and R4 were all unable to form OSPF V3 ajaxes, console into the ABR2 border router to see why it is unable to form an ajaxes with ASBR router. Is ABR2 OSPF V3 routing process configuration present and correct? Has OSPF V3 been activated on the serial 0/0/1 and gigabit Ethernet 0/1 interface and have they been set to area 2? Kita selesaikan pada bagian step 2 bagian A. Kita masuk ke ABR2, lalu CLI, enable, kita masukkan perintah show running config. Kita bisa lihat pada bagian serial, tidak ada no IP address. dan juga gigabit Ethernet, no IP address semua. Oke, kita langsung menyelesaikan pada bagian B. OSPF v3 required the presence of a 32-bit decimal router ID because ABR2 has no IPv4 addressing assigned to any of its interface. A router ID needs to be manually configured. Configure ABR2 with a 6.6.6.6 router ID. Kita langsung masukkan perintah yang sudah tersedia di sini di router ABR2. Oke, kita langsung ketikkan perintah configure terminal terlebih dahulu, lalu IPv6 router OSPF 10. Kemudian kita masukkan router ID 6.6.6.6. Okay. If the problem has been correct, 6log message should appear in the console showing OSPF ajaxis change from loading to full. State if is the case and with what neighbor NBR addressing appear. Kita lihat di sini bahwa NBR-nya sudah aktif 7.7.7.7 dan loading down. Nah, selanjutnya pada bagian C, on ABR2, a 6log message showing ajaxi change from loading to full with NBR 3.3.3.3 means that R3 is now participating in the OSPF v3 area to process. Check that R4 has provided router information for its connected network to the OSPF v3 topology database. Kita masuk ke ABR2 dengan melihat database-nya. Perintahnya yaitu kita exit terlebih dahulu. Kita masukkan perintah show IPv6 OSPF database. Nah, kita bisa lihat di sini database-nya. Pada area 2, database yang tersedia. Kita bisa membaca semua database yang ada pada ABR2 dan yang terhubung. Selanjutnya, step 3. Check ASBR for OSPF v3 default route distribute. A. Because ASBR is the edge router, it should have a static IPv6 default router configured. If so, it can distribute that route using OSPF v3 and a default information or get command. Kita masuk ke ASBR CLI, lalu ketikkan perintah enable, kemudian show running config. Kita lihat default information or get-nya apakah sudah ada atau belum. Oke, ternyata default information or get-nya belum ada. Selanjutnya kita masuk ke bagian B. On ASBR, add a default information or get command to the OSPF v3 routing process. Kita masukkan perintah ini untuk mengaktifkan default information or get-nya. Kita masuk ke ASBR. Kemudian kita ketikkan perintah configure terminal. Lalu kita masukkan IPv6 router OSPF 10. Kemudian default information Origate. Nah, sudah selesai. Selanjutnya pada bagian C, check the IPv6 router table on ABR1 and ABR2 to see if the default router was discovered through OSPF v3. Looking at the output of the show IPv6 route, did the router learn of the default route from OSPF v3? If so, list the line of lines that signify this. Kita masuk ke ABR1 untuk melihat apakah sudah berhasil dengan cara enable, lalu show IPv6 route. Nah, di sini bisa kita lihat bahwa sudah ada. Kemudian kita lakukan hal yang sama pada ABR2. Show IPv6 route. Oke. Di sini juga sudah ada. Oke teman-teman, semua perintah sudah kita lakukan dan kita sudah mendapatkan komplit 100%. Jadi, mungkin itu saja yang dapat saya sampaikan. Bila ada kesalahan, saya mohon maaf. Dan atas perhatiannya, saya ucapkan terima kasih dan selamat mencoba.